Hello and welcome to another edition of Delta Media Group's Tech Tuesday. Got a nice short, nice easy one for you today, but it has to do with a new feature, so it's kind of an exciting one too. Now I will preface this with the fact that this feature is something that has to be turned on at the company level. So it's not something that's going to automatically be available to everybody, but if you talk to your office manager, your administrator, if this is a feature you'd be interested in, they may be able to turn it on for you. And they can contact us if they have any questions about how to do that. So what the feature does is it's called the backup agent system. What it will allow you to do is define agents that will receive an opportunity to process your leads for you if you don't get to them in a certain amount of time. Now the lead still belongs to you, but it will also be accessible to the person who processed it on your behalf. So the idea is the time frames can be customized at the company level again, but the idea is that if a lead comes in and it's given to you, it'll wait 15 minutes. And if you don't process it within 15 minutes, the system will then broadcast it out to everyone you have defined as your backup agent, and you can define who those agents are. They'll then have 15 minutes to process it themselves. If they process it in that 15 minutes, then they'll have access to that customer and be able to send messages back and forth to that customer for a while. And you will also have access to that customer. If none of your backup agents accept it during that 15-minute window, then the lead reverts back to you and it stays unprocessed, but it's back to the point where only you can access it. So, to show you how to set that up, let's go on into the DeltaNet. So here we are on the welcome page. Now if the backup agent system is active for you, in order to turn it on, or if it's active for the company, in order to turn it on for you, you'll need to go down to Leads and Contacts and Settings. Now this is your main Leads and Contacts settings page, so this pertains to your settings as they relate to the broadcast system and anything that has to do with the lead system really. But if we scroll down here, we will get to the section labeled Backup Agents. So from here, and you'll see this is a test site, so we've got a bunch of goofy agent names, but if I wanted my 3 demo accounts here to be my backup agents, and you can select any number of these. You could select one, you could select just a handful of them, or you can select every agent in the company if you really want to. But I'll go ahead and select this one, and I'll say Add Backup Agent. And it drops a backup agent into my list. Now if I wanted to add a couple more, I can select multiple, and I can add them at the same time. So now I've got 3 backup agents. So at this point, if a lead comes in and the system tries to assign it to me, it's going to give me whatever the time period is, so we'll keep using our 15-minute example. So if the company is set to wait 15 minutes, it's going to give me 15 minutes to process it. If I don't process it in 15 minutes, it's going to give these 3 agents the opportunity to process it. That window will stay open for them for 15 minutes, and if they don't process it, then the lead comes back to me, so that again, I'm the only one that has access to it. Now if I come in here and I want to remove agents, I can do that the same way as adding them. I'll just go over here, click on them, and remove backup agent. Or same deal, if I hold down the control key, I can select more than one at once. If I hit remove backup agents, it'll remove both of them. Once you have this set up the way you want it, you just scroll down to the bottom of the page, click the Save Preferences button here, and that's all there is to it. So now you've saved backup agents, and the idea is this is about the best way to service the lead. So if for some reason you're busy or you're in the middle of something or you know you're going to be on vacation, something like that, you could add backup agents in during that time and then take the backup agents out later on. And the idea is that way your customers are getting the best service possible, so they're the most likely to stick with you for any of their needs as far as real estate goes. So that way, it guarantees that if your backup agents want to continue to have access to that lead, then they'll make sure to process it during that window. That way everybody, or somebody at least, if you can't do it, is going to get back to your customer within 15 minutes, and that's going to provide them the best possible service. All right? So the other thing of note here is that if you are a backup agent, so let's say someone else sets you up as a backup agent, and you see a lead come in. So you'll get a lead notice, and you as the backup agent will have the opportunity to process it. If you do process it, that lead will show up on your home page. So if I go to home, or not your home page, let me try that again, Customer Center. So that'll show up in your Customer Center in this Hot New Customers section up here. Now, customers will be removed from this section after 30 days, so this is designed to give you access to this customer on a temporary basis, just to handle their most recent request and handle, because you processed it, handle correspondence on that most recent request. So, if you're a backup agent and a lead comes into, say, the primary agent that set you up as their backup, they don't process it within 15 minutes. You'll then get a broadcast notice that says this lead needs processed. You'll see it, log in, process it. Once you've processed it, that customer will appear in this Hot New Customer section. And from here, you can click on the customer to get to their information page, just like you would with any of your own customers. You can also go down to the bottom of this page and you can send them emails or set messages for them. And you can maintain correspondence with this customer right here. And that way, you have access to them for the next 30 days basically. And then after 30 days, they'll drop off the list and then they'll only be accessible to the primary agent again. So I realize that there is some nuance to the backup agent system, but that is essentially all there is to it. So as always, if you have any questions or concerns, any questions on the backup agent system or anything else, feel free to send an email into support@deltagroup.com or give us a call, and we'll be happy to walk you through it or give you information about anything else. And because it was a short one this week, I stumbled onto a joke. Literally earlier today, I stumbled onto a joke. So I'm going to tell you a joke too. How did the hipster burn his tongue? He drank his coffee before it was cool. So thanks a lot for joining me this week, and I'll see you next week.